What's up, everyone? So we're on our way to Round Rock. It's the Saturday before the Eclipse. And long story short, we're stuck on the side of the highway. We have a flat tire. And it's not been a fun morning with that. As soon as the light came on, we're like, okay, we might be able to make it down. We're kind of close. But it very quickly started like shaking a bit and making a noise, and we know this tire was going to need to be replaced soon because of the tread. And so Max was like, no, we can't make it. And we're on the phone with his dad, and we just pull off the highway and we're stranded. So it's been fun. Tire off, and the damage is pretty bad. Like, look at all of this. Like, it's all around. Alright. We were at least able to get the spare on, so we're gonna call his dad, come up with a game plan for the day. Definitely not how we anticipated the day to start. So we will keep you updated.
What's your 20? What kind of 21 you at?
What?
No, it's 10-9.
10-9?
What is your 20 so I can 21 you?
I don't know what that means.
Where is your location so I can call you?
I'm in front of the house.
Which house?
Our house.
A very, very fine house.
Yes.
Or is it our house in the middle of the street?
You're not making any sense.
I mean, our mom is house proud. Any mess is not allowed.
Get back to mowing.
10-9?
Get back to mowing.
And 4 buck lady.
Yeah, I got stuff up my nose. As I was saying, we got our walkie-talkies from Round Rock. I will update, actually, Max and I will sit down in a bit and update on the whole situation from yesterday. We did get new tires, we got that fixed. Oh, my butt hurts from that sit. We are currently mowing the yard, and it has been interesting, to say the least. We did get a citation from the city, even though we keep trying to mow it, but it's just been so wet from the rain. They don't care. So yeah. I know, I can see that.
What's your clearance, Claire's?
What's your vector, Victor?
What's the other guy's name?
I don't remember.
10-4, over and out.
So that's kind of how these things have been going. Our front door doesn't want to stay shut. As you can tell, we're like all dirty. Because it's so tall and there's still a bit of wetness to it, it's been very difficult to mow. Because, let's just say it's really wet and it's clogging up everything. But yeah, so we'll update in a little bit. We'll sit down, do a full update on the whole car situation because that was insane, to say the least. So, catch you in a little bit. Hey guys, so I said a little bit ago we were going to sit down and kind of go over what actually happened yesterday. So to start off with, we knew we were going to need a new tire on the front because a couple weeks ago when we went up to Fort Worth, we got an oil change and we were told that the tire tread was really low and we would need to replace it. And then the next, like, maybe 3-4 months, I would say, is what they were kind of making out to be. We're wearing microphones now. We're testing these out.
It was her idea.
Yeah. So yesterday we were on our way to Round Rock to go visit his cousin who's in town. And our car, the tire pressure light, when it comes on, it like beeps at you and it flashes a warning and it shows you all of the tire pressures. So we knew right off which tire it was. It showed us that it was the same tire that needed to be replaced here soon. So I think at that point, I don't know what Max thought, but I thought for sure right off, there's no way this is just like a normal flat tire where something punctured it. This is the tire itself is going out. So at this point, I get on the phone with his dad to let him know, like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the delay. And as soon as I do that, Max.
Oh yeah. We get a notification on the car saying, hey, low tire pressure. It was at 17, then went to 16, and I was like, oh great.
Mind you, the second it turned on, it was at 17, and it very quickly, not even like a whole second later, was showing 16, so it was deflating fast.
Yeah, so I knew, so we were in a part of Texas where you cannot get on to like the side of the highway because
there's really no shoulder of the highway at this point.
It's just concrete barrier straight up. That's all. So thankfully we were close to an exit that I just so happened to get lucky with, and I quickly moved it over. But once we got to the off ramp onto the frontage road,
we were literally on the off ramp about to merge onto the frontage road,
and then kaboom,
boom, pop. It completely blew out. We were still on the phone with his dad. And his dad even heard the pop.
Yeah.
Because it was loud. And this, mind you, this pop happened not even 30 seconds after the light turned on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, we kept driving on it and that caused it to pop. No, we were getting to safety and it, like that, just popped.
You know what's funny?
What?
On these bookshelves, you can tell whose is whose.
True.
Yeah. Mine. Carolyn's.
So we get off the front, we get over to the frontage road and we pull off. Unfortunately, with the frontage road, we had to pull off into gravel to make sure we were safe.
Behind a semi.
Behind a semi. So that did make changing the tire kind of difficult. You can see it in the video. Like, you see behind me at one point, we're behind a semi and you see gravel on there. At first, Max was having to call AAA because when we were looking through the trunk for everything, he didn't realize, because the lug wrench for our car is not
what I grew up.
It's not what he grew up. It's not like what you typically see for a lug wrench. It's not one of those iron, like, metal type ones.
This is like the old ones that they had like in the 70s.
Yeah, that they like fold up and compact.
Which I actually like. I'm kind of mad that they changed it to the regular metal rod lug wrench.
So he didn't recognize it at first and thought, okay, we don't have a lug wrench. We're just going to call AAA and have them come help us
This mic won't stay on. It's normal.
So, you know, he was like, okay, we're just going to have to call AAA and get them to come out and help us change it. I don't have any issues.
Well, lucky you.
But when he's in the car getting onto a AAA, I go over to the back and I look, because I'm familiar with that type of lug wrench because our other car has it. And so when I find it, I show it to him. I'm like, hey, we have it. So he just hangs up the phone, doesn't even continue the call with AAA.
I mean, I was on talking to the computer anyway, so it didn't matter.
Exactly. So he just hangs up. He's like, no, we're not doing this. And it's because of the blowout we had in San Marcos almost close to 3 years ago. It's like 2.5 years ago. Yeah. We actually bought a hydraulic jack, which happened to be in the trunk of this car.
Smartest. Yeah.
So we used that jack, which made it 10 times faster because it took not even 30 seconds to get the car completely up off the ground and be able to change the tire.
Not even like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was very quick. So that was honestly really nice that we had that because it made it super quick. It took less than 5 minutes just to change the tire. So then we finally get that going. We still have another 20 miles at this point where we have to try to get to a tire shop because obviously we weren't going to be able to make it all the way back up to Waco. And so Max, of course, so in case you don't realize this, the spare tires are the donuts that come in a car. They are not meant to be driven more than 55 miles per hour on. So you typically don't want to be on the highway. And they usually last like 50 miles. So we have 20 miles and we're supposed to be going 75.
Speed limit on the highway.
The speed limit on the highway was 75. So at this point, Max is like, okay, I'm going to set the cruise control to like 50, 53. Hold it in that range. And we had the hazards on and we nursed that car. We limped it.
Oh, yeah.
Down to Georgetown.
So many people.
Oh, everyone, including semi-trucks, were going around us. But we had our hazards on because we knew we were...
Okay, but the semi-trucks were a lot more lenient.
Yeah.
Because they understood compared to the rest of the other drivers who were really just giving us nasty looks.
Yeah,
and if you're one of them, shame on you.
So, yeah, that was kind of scary, just driving on the highway with that donut, with the distance, like how far we had to go on it, with the speeds. So we did make it down to Georgetown, where his dad met us and helped us with getting everything switched out.
So
that was really nice that we had that. His cousin met me literally with a bang. What an entrance into town.
Oh, but nothing beats the discount tire guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gunner.
Yeah, we walk in and he's like, how can I help you? And we just look at each other and we look back at him. We blew a tire. He's like, all right, let's go look at it. And
at least you made it here.
Yeah, and he comes out and he looks at it. He's like, he sees our spare and he's like, yeah, that's definitely a donut tire. And he's checking the tread on and the air on all of them just as like standard work. And we get to the trunk because he's obviously still has to do all that with that tire, regardless of the fact that we could see that it was not salvageable and it was a flat tire. And he's like, huh. He like starts like joking around. He's like, huh. Well, we're gonna have to test the tread on this one.
But you should have seen his facial expression though.
Yeah.
He just like his jaw dropped.
Yeah.
He was like, you could tell in just pure disbelief. He was just like, how?
Mm-hmm.
And we were telling him what happened. He was shocked.
Yeah.
He's
like, I'm glad you guys are safe.
Yeah. But
so like he's of course starting to joke around and he knows that he's got to, even though he could tell there was like no tread on the tire, he's like, yeah, we still got to test it. He's like, all right, let's see how much tread's on the tire. Yep, 0.
Yeah.
Like he was joking around the whole time.
But of course, it was still like trying to get more information on that tire.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like, forget it, and just went to one of the other tires.
Mm-hmm.
So
at this point, his dad shows up to come help us out with everything, and his dad comes and looks at it, and even he was just like, whoa. He's like, that is bad.
Yeah. No, when we showed a picture to my cousin and his friend, they were even shocked.
Everyone was just like, we're glad you're safe.
It was honestly one of those, like, if it did not happen on the driver hand side, we would have hit the barrier, like the cement barrier in the median. It would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's not like I was going super fast, but, still at, any form of speed, and you have a flat tire, the smallest thing can still cause damage.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say we were well protected throughout the whole thing, because while the car was kind of starting to handle a bit differently before the blow, he was able to get from the left lane to the off ramp. And before he even fully got over, he reached over and turned on the hazard so people would know, like, hey, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
And then it was like we were completely safe, and it wasn't until we were on the on ramp, so we were kind of between two grassy areas when it popped. So there was no one on either side of us. So even though it probably started handling a little differently after that and started trying to lean to one side, we were never in a danger of hitting anyone.
Yeah, there was no one around us.
We were never in a danger of like, and we were at a slower speed at that point, so we weren't in a danger of like swerving off or anything. So we managed to stay well protected in it. So that's the craziness of what happened yesterday, and the whole craziness of just the flat tire, a little more in depth of what happened. So it definitely was on a puncture. We knew right off, like, hey, it's just because it's really low tread. We're going to need to get this replaced. There's no patch. And because of that, we also knew the other tire was going to be the same thing. Like, even though it had more tread, like, they're going to have to do it in pairs, and we're going to have to get that replaced right off.
We thought, oh, yeah, we can pay half and my dad pay the other half. No, we're having to make monthly payments. That's
fine with us, and his dad was understanding because we're in a bit of another situation right now. So
thanks, IRS.
But his dad's aware of that too. He's like, yeah, no, we'll help you guys out. You're in a situation. So we've already decided how much money we're going to pay each month. So shouldn't be too bad. As for the mowing, we got most of it done. Our backyard, it looked like there used to be like a chain link fence or something, and there's these cement blocks. Not even all of them are cement blocks, but like you can see these like metal poles coming out of the ground, and then where they were sliced off, where they were hiding really underneath the grass, and we each hit one of them. And
yours was the one that caused it the most.
Yeah, mine was the one that caused it the most. It bent the blade, so we had to go get a new blade. We're like really close to being finished too. Like, it's not going to take us much longer once we get like
30 more swipes on the lawn.
Yeah, like, it's not going to take long at all. We unfortunately couldn't get quite the right size blade, but it's only an inch shorter. But it should still be fine. We should still be able to get this done. At least get it done, and so the city will get off our backs. But
they shouldn't have gone on our backs in the first place.
Yeah, but
I'm just going to say that.
That's...
Our grass was not even that tall, Waco! Compared to most of the other people in our neighborhood.
But yeah, so that's kind of what happened with mowing. We did get, I mean, it's looking really good out there, but we do still have that little bit to go. I had fire ants attack my right ankle, and the swelling's gone down a bit, but for a while there, it's like all of the bite areas, you could see them individually, but then like it kept getting bigger and they just merged.
It was right where the hose was.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at me. It's more your brother's fault for putting it there.
That's true. My brother was the one that put it there and wound it up.
Yeah. So.
It's always my brother getting me bit by fire ants.
Yeah. It's always something with him getting you hurt or injured.
Yeah. But, so yeah, that's kind of the update on that. Also, if you saw, we have walkie-talkies. You heard us going back and forth being crazy. He had walkie-talkies on. We're like, hey, let's just bring these up to Waco with us.
I forgot I had them.
We got them charged overnight, and so we actually were using them because he was trying to do stuff in the backyard while I was in the front yard.
It didn't work in the backyard.
Yeah, and so we ended up just doing it together. So we were just kind of going back and forth. I think he enjoyed having the walkie-talkies up here. We'll probably use them more often.
Maybe.
So, yeah. I think we'll go ahead and end the vlog here now that we've explained more. We're all safe. The tires are fixed. Everything is so much better now. But we will catch you in our next vlog. Make sure to like and subscribe.
You probably won't see this guy for a bit. Like normal.
Go ahead, comment down below if you've had anything that crazy happen. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram, which is linked down below. But I'm hoping... So I work tomorrow. Tomorrow's the eclipse. So when you're seeing this, it's the day of the eclipse. We're right in the line of path. So, and we both work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be inside all day.
So I have no idea where I'm going to, like, what positions I'm going to be in, to be honest. So I'm hoping to be outside, but either way, they said they would be able to get us outside.
We don't have the capability.
Yeah, so they said that they were going to get us outside, all of us outside so we could see it. And they've got glasses for everyone. But if I can, I might try to get a little bit of footage of it just to have on the channel for you guys. But
Just don't look directly at the eclipse.
Mhm.
Just saying. Just that's not good for you. Just FYI.
yeah, we'll see you in
That means you all crazy people who are coming out tomorrow.
That's
right. We know who you are. I know who you are. I work in a jail setting, for goodness sakes.
Hey, Rusty Pierce. Yeah, we'll see you in our next
Don't mess
video.
up.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Toodles.